2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
A bit short with that effort.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Great touch.
Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's one stroke in front of his...
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honour the absolute legend of our game, the King, Arnold Palmer. There's just an air of something extra special this week, isn't there?
When you step on the property here at Bay Hill, you know you're in the presence of something special. Arnold Palmer's legacy was really built here, wasn't it? Granted, he absolutely brought everything he had to the PGA Tour, but when you come to Bay Hill and you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there to the right behind number 1 and number 10 tee boxes, you just get a chill down your spine like, man, this is some kind of awesome place. I cannot wait to tee it up here. And saying that, Mr. Palmer did not leave a golf course. That's very easy for these players. But listen, they come back here every year knowing that they need and they want to honor the gentleman who helped form the legacy of the PGA Tour, and that's why they're out here playing for all the money.
Now over to Rickie Fowler.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Oh. Sitting at -1, currently tied for 6th. And this putt to move into the top 5. Ooh, right by the hole. Just a 4-footer remaining.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th. Rich, a lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Nicely done. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here, 29 feet. If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational here on 2K Sports. We're picking things up at the 6th. Let's get into it. Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. And this putt to move into the top 5. All good putters accelerate through the ball.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Looks to be going with the 6 iron. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Didn't that look good for a long time? Okay, let's head to the next. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
It's been neck and...
Oh my, how about that for a par?
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber is pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Such soft hands.
Now over to Rickie Fowler.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
Is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
And as we transition into the back 9, Rich, what are you seeing out there so far?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we have been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Starting to look really good.
Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Sitting at a couple over for the event. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. If it's up, it could be in. Trailing by 4 strokes. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back 9s.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Here's Rickie Fowler's next shot. Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. A chance to get amongst the action of the top 20 if this putt drops. Ooh. No, that's too bad. Just a 4-footer remaining. For the par. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
That was pretty straightforward. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time. That's not the outcome they were after.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Very crafty, that shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. Time for the second shot at the 15th. Good choice. Going with the 3-iron. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
And he needs this to save par.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
Oh, so close. And Harold Varner III currently leads this one. Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. Rich, good chance to get this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
Putting for eagle here. Yes, they've made it. He's in a share of 15th. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And a live look at the leaderboard, and we find that Harold Varner III finds himself in top spot. That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Plenty of daunting approach shots on this golf course, Rich, but this one at the last is as tough as it gets.
It is, Luke. When the pin is up front, there's just not a lot of room for these players to work with, both left or right. When the pin is in the back part of the green, you do have a little bit more room, but you have to favor long and left. We've seen too many golf balls come up short in the penalty area too many times over the years.
That's a great attempt from long range. So close. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. Well, Rich, after a sloppy start, they seem to pull that round together.
Well, Luke, really nothing to write home about on that scorecard. There were some flashes of brilliance, but overall, the bad definitely outweighed the good today.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beem. And Rich, as this next golfer begins the day, what are you thinking about their chances?
Right now, he has not got the victory secured, but a good final round here could see him into the winner's circle.
Well, it's time for the preamble to be set aside. Let's get into the action. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
Time to tee off at the second. Going with the 6-iron here. Bad got a little out of control, I think. This would be a great up and down from this spot. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And finishing this hole with a tap-in putt. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. That's some good golf right there. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Ooh, that almost went down. 3 feet to go here to the hole. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Let's see what happens here on the 4th.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
What's in front of them, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Top effort, that. Sitting at 2 over for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Wonderfully played. Going with the 8-iron here. This is from miles away.
Needs this putt to tie Rickie Fowler.
Okay, steady now. A par putt on the table. Harold Varner III currently sitting in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. That should find the fairway. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Nicely done. Getting ready to play their 3rd. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, just missed. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Yeah, that was a safe play. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
Come on, don't be shy.
Big putt for par coming up. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. That's heading for the fairway. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
This lie won't be too bad in the first cut. Outstanding shot. High quality. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. And that's for a bogey. Oh, it's great to see the energetic, effervescent Harold Varner III leading this tournament. Lining up from around 160 yards. Well, that's a handy shot. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Just didn't drop. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Here we go. The 10th hole.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Good look at a birdie here.
If he holds this putt, he'll go ahead of Rickie Fowler. Look at the glare that Rickie's giving him.
5 feet coming up to the cup. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold. And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
This putt is about 16 feet. Not sure if that one came out of the center of the putter.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
That dog will hunt.
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. They found the sand here. Oh well, you got a chance to improve on the next one. Well, the putter's going to be coming out of the bag, but it's still going to be a long way from the hole. Bogey putt coming up here. Nice judge's speed. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Well, 13th. That's unlucky for some, Rich. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. How close was that to going down? And a par putt awaits him. And it's that man, Harold Varner, leading this event. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I might have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
11 feet left to the hole.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
And stepping up the standings after that effort. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. Handy effort, that one. This shot from around the 200-yard marker. Yeah, well, it might not be on the green, but it's right up near the surface.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
If my eyes didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Well, they'll be looking to use that momentum they generated on the last with an eagle.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Putting for par. Nice line. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. It's time to tee off on the 18th hole.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right, or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his 2nd shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well, Henny, that was some match. We thought it'd be a great rivalry, and it absolutely was. But how proud would this player be to have taken down Rickie Fowler despite not winning the event?
Luke, this player will be brimming with pride. What a great result. They challenged Rickie Fowler and beat him. Now, they'll be telling that story in the pub a few times.